The prequels had some of the best alien designs out of all of Star Wars, especially with the Jedi Council designs. That, however, doesn't change the fact that we got some very strange, very creative, and some that are straight up ugly as well. Today I'll rank the main council members by appearance, giving each of them a score out of 10, and don't worry, Kit Fisto and Plo Koon will both be getting higher scores for sure. Also, I might have to opt out of the human characters because there ain't much going on there design-wise, and we all know that Mace Jimdo and Obi-Wan Kenobi will go very high. So starting off with one of my personal favorites, we have Oppo Rancisis. Now the real question is, am I basing this off of how creative they are, or how attractive or ugly they are? Well, for the sake of this video, I'm going to go with how creative they are just because I find that to be more interesting, but if we want to do a more of a funny one, we could definitely go the other way because, I don't know, Oppo Rancisis, also known as Oppo Racist, might not be that high at the end of the day when we think about it, but he is, in my opinion, one of the most interesting designs of all these guys, having this sort of, I don't know, people call him dog face a lot, but I just love this snake Jedi, especially in the comics and stuff when we see him fighting. It's such an interesting design and something that we really haven't seen from any other Jedi characters, especially considering he has 4 arms, and I really wish we saw him fight in the movies, even at all. That just would have been really nice. I'd say Oppo Rancisis actually gets a, I don't know, 10 out of 10 for creativity, and probably like a 3 out of 10 for how attractive he is. But yeah, next up is going to actually be Plo Koon. We might as well get him out of the way. And a fact about him is during construction and planning, Plo Koon was known as Plon Koon after the nickname of Nick Dudman's son, who is one of the guys that worked on the movies, and it was amended by George Lucas before filming to Plo Koon, which is the name we know and love. He's gonna get a 10 out of 10 for that appearance. I don't know, he's a 10 out of 10. He really has a really interesting design, and I think he looks awesome, to be honest. Next up is Yoda. Yoda's classic, everyone loves Yoda. I mean, I kind of get tired of him because he is like one of the main characters pretty much, but Yoda is still a very cool design, and I'd have to give him an 8 out of 10 just because it's kind of like, it is pretty simple. It is basically just a little old green frog man. At the same time though, he's wise, he's Yoda, I can't get too mad at him. Next up is Yaddle, who is the female version of Yoda. Not gonna lie, the live action Yaddle is a little bit cursed. Kind of looks like they've been doing that, I don't know, some of that spice, I guess is the best way of putting it. But Yaddle is a little bit wild in live action. Don't get me wrong, I really like the look, and I don't have a problem with them doing another one of Yoda's species here. I think that makes it, it's kind of interesting, but Yaddle is admittedly a cool design. However, I'd have to give them a 4 out of 10 just because they're a little bit cursed. But at the same time, I think it's a really unique design, so I'm not too mad at it. Yerl Poof is one where, looks-wise, we're gonna have to go with a 2 out of 10. I mean, I don't know about you, to be honest, man. That neck and everything is just really throwing me off. It's like an off-brand Kaminoan pretty much, so you're not doing too much in that regard. But design-wise, another one that's really unique actually, and I don't know why the art department was cooking so hard with the prequels, what they really were. And Yerl Poof is such an interesting alien design, and I don't know, I just think he's really cool. Always loved him for just how weird and wacky and out there he is, and I think we need more aliens that are like that are just so out of left field that it's like wild. Saesee-Tiin, on the other hand, I'd have to give a 7 out of 10. I do like Saesee-Tiin's appearance, and I think he got those cool 2 big horns on either side, and he is obviously very alien in appearance, but he's not like the most interesting or the most creative. It's kind of just like a guy with 2 horns, which is pretty cool, but I don't know, I feel like we've seen better designs. Ki-adi-mundi, on the other hand, I don't know, like attractiveness, a 10. I mean, come on, bro. But nah, design-wise, probably an 8. I think it is very unique, not as much as someone like Yerl Poof, but it is still really unique, and you get like this cone head guy with a ponytail and a beard. I don't know, he's very interesting, so definitely worth pointing out there. Adi-Gallia, not gonna lie, probably a 6 out of 10. Like, I've never really cared that much about that design. It's cool, you got the little like weird fleshy alien head tails coming off there, with the whole crown thing. My only problems with it is it almost looks a little bit like, you can tell it's kind of just a person with a little headpiece on. But even with that said, I do think it is a cool design, and not the worst. I'm just saying, compared to some of these other prequel ones, there are definitely better ones out there. Stas Alley, on the other hand, I don't know, I just think, I've always liked Stas Alley better. I really don't know why. Maybe it's because they have a green lightsaber and I like green lightsabers more. I'll give them a 7 out of 10 though. Eth Koth, however, 10 out of 10. You'll find that most of my favorite Jedi characters are the ones that I think have the best appearances, and that's just because, like, I don't know, I'm a very visual guy, and I think that they look really cool. But Eth Koth looks really cool in my opinion. Love that Iridonian Zabrak look, and I love the horns and his long hair. He's really cool. Evan Peel, on the other hand, I don't know about that guy. I mean, nah, admittedly, he's like 7, because he's a very unique appearance. He's like just a really weird version of Yoda, like Russian Yoda, pretty much. But attractiveness-wise, probably like a 2 out of 10. I don't know, he's just, I'm not really into that whole, anything there, for that matter. Shak Ti, I've never been that big of a fan of Shak Ti's design. Now, Togrutas are very cool, and Ahsoka's very cool, don't get me wrong, but Shak Ti almost gives me a little bit creepy vibes, the live-action one, and I don't know, she's just not as cool looking as Ahsoka in my opinion, but definitely a 5 out of 10 if I had to guess. Coleman Traber is a similar instance, I'll give him a 4 out of 10. He's kind of just like a dinosaur Jedi, I don't know, but he's unique, don't get me wrong. Aegon Kolar, to me, is just like lamer Eth Koth. But I guess his design's about the same, so if I gave Eth Koth a 10, I might as well also give him a 10. Jocasta News, a human. Aayla Secura. Now, that's an interesting, okay, bro literally, like, chose their outfit to be, like, free or whatever, so I don't know, but yeah, it's gonna be a 10 on that one, so, I don't know if I really have to explain myself, but Twi'leks are pretty cool, and, yeah, I rest my case. So, Pablo Jill is actually one that, you know, I'm gonna go with 1. I don't feel that bad, because, like, just, no, thank you at all. Luminara Unduli and Bear Safi, I'll give them both 8. They are kind of, I don't know, I think their clothing's unique enough to the point where you could give them some credit there. Sora Bulk is one of those ones that most people probably didn't even, like, notice in the movies, but Sora Bulk is very cool. And I really love Weequay. That is a Weequay, right? I think it is, yeah. So I'd give them a 8 or 9. I think Weequay is actually a really interesting alien design. I have no problem with it. I know it's humanoid. I've seen some people complain that that's the problem with the prequel aliens, that they're all humanoids, but then you got like Poof and frickin' Ober and Cesis, and that starts to sway that a little bit. Last but not least, though, probably the best is, of course, Kit Fisto, who, like Plo Koon and Eth Koth, and probably someone else, I don't know, oh yeah, Aayla Secura. He's gonna get a 10 out of 10. Funny enough, him and Aayla Secura were in a relationship, so Kit Fisto is a 10 out of 10. He has his smile, he has his green skin and his dreadlocks, and he's always been my favorite Jedi. One of the biggest reasons being his appearance. Also love him in the Clone Wars as a character, but yeah, so he's definitely a 10. Just one of the most unique and awesome appearances, and the cool fact about him is that he was originally going to be a Sith Lord, like one of the designs they had, and there's actually been some art made based off of that, like a Nautilus Sith. Obviously there's more Jedi out there, but to me these are the most cool ones worth looking at. And I thought this was an interesting video, kind of like that Clone Trooper based off of fashion ranking video I did back in November. So let me know if you want to do more types of videos like these. But yeah, but anyway, that's it for this video. You can subscribe if you feel like it. Members get rewards, and there's going to be merch coming out soon. But yeah, see ya.